How's it going, guys? Christian Jamal here with GenTech. Today I want to talk to you guys about Facebook ad creatives. Specifically, I want to talk to you guys about how you can fix your creatives, how you can set up a new strategy creative wise to kind of figure out what your audience wants to see, what your audience wants to buy from, and grow your business. So the first thing I want to talk about is a couple metrics that I think everybody who runs Facebook ads should know like the back of their hand, especially creative wise. Just because at the end of the day, it's not me or you who picks what your client is going to click on. Now, obviously, if you run one ad and that's the only ad that you have and that person clicks on that ad, then you're putting all your eggs in one basket. But what I'm talking about is that if you're not testing and you don't run multiple versions of multiple ads, your customer is not going to get a chance to let you know through the data what they actually want to click on, what they actually want to buy from. So at the end of the day, these are the metrics. The first thing I want to talk about is cost per click. Obviously a pretty simple concept, but make sure that on Facebook that you're using cost per click all, and then you want to also get the click-through rate. It's the CTR as well as the CPM, cost per mil. So what do these things mean? So cost per click is pretty self-explanatory, is how much is it costing you to get a click. The click-through rate is what percentage of the people who look at this ad end up clicking on it. Again, super important number. CPM is what is it costing you to show your ad 1,000 times. Now this is also audience based, but also it's very important to keep in mind that Facebook will show your ad to more people if your ad is getting good engagement and people are actually liking what you're showing them. So very important when it comes to monitoring which one of your ads are doing the best. The point is, I think these three metrics are super important to know because at the end of the day, when you are testing creatives, you want to find out which ones are getting better reception by your audience, and then thus you want to actually scale those. The next thing I want to talk about is that you actually want to keep your ads simple. You don't want to make them super complicated because usually the more complicated the ad, the more confused the client gets, the less likely they are willing to click on your website because again, it has to kind of feel seamless. So you got to keep it simple, keep it crisp. And we're actually going to be hopping on my computer in just a second and we're going to be creating an ad together. The next thing I want to talk about is when it comes to videos, make sure to add subtitles. Now, obviously you don't have to if you're using like a music or whatever in the background and it's just like showing the product, but I highly recommend adding subtitles if you're actually talking in the video. Most people have their videos or reels or whatever muted unless they click on them. So if you have subtitles, that might actually attract people to click on your ad and actually turn on the volume. If on their device it is muted. If it's not, no problem. But again, having subtitles there to read while someone is watching is gonna kind of keep their focus on your ad. I mean, that works on me. When I'm watching a movie, I like my subtitles there. Even though I understand what they're saying, I like to read it just to kind of follow along at my own pace. The next thing I want to talk about is focus heavily on videos. You want to make your videos extremely engaging. You want to make your videos feel as if they are an ad and as well as if they're not an ad. So you want to focus on TikTok style content that is using winning sounds as well as professional videos and kind of let your audience dictate which one of these videos they prefer to buy from the most and kind of focus on that. And the reason I say use videos is because you have the ability to actually retarget people based on video view percentage, which is why I think running video ads at all times is a must for any business. And even if you don't have a video for your product, I'm actually going to show you guys how to actually turn images into videos. All right, guys, and now that we are on my computer, I'm gonna actually show you guys how I go ahead and set up the ads in the most simple and easiest way possible that literally anybody can do. So obviously you can use multiple softwares. You can use Photoshop, you can use Lightroom, you can use whatever. But this is the most simple thing and it's free that literally anybody can hop and do right now. So the website's called canva.com. There's a free version, there's a paid version. So there's a million different things you can do and you can actually create a design and look for a template. So like Facebook ad, for example, and it's gonna give you the dimensions, but I'm going to actually show you guys what I do personally. So what I usually do is I actually go ahead to custom size, and there's one of two options. If I want to do a feed post, I do 1080 by 1080, no matter whether it's an image or a video, it doesn't matter. I use 1080 by 1080. And if I am doing a story, I do 1080 by 1920. So again, these are the dimensions, but I like to do them manually. It's just easier for me. But for the time being and for the sake of this video, we're gonna create a feed ad. So we're gonna just go ahead and create the design. It's gonna come off as blank, and then you're gonna see that there's so many templates here that I think it's really cool that you can actually take reference from something that's already been done and kind of apply it to your business. So one thing that I really like to do here in the template section is look up Amazon product images, because it gives you a lot of cool designs that you can use as an ad. So let's say for the sake of this video, we want to do some sort of skincare and we want to use this, and boom, there's multiple different type of ads. So let's just use this, and let's just use this as well. So let's just do this one, apply all 4 pages. And I just want to delete this one because before and after is technically illegal on Facebook. And then there's the product at the end. So let's say that this is your business. You want to go to upload section and upload a bunch of images that is related to your product. Obviously you want to replace these images with whatever it is that you want to like use. Obviously, like, let me just show you how easy it is to swap out the images. Let's just look up landscape for the sake of this video and then use this. You drag it along and then boom, you can replace the image just like that. Super, super easy. And let's say you don't want to use that, you want to use a different image. There you go. You can click on the background. Obviously you change the image. If you don't like that thing in the corner, you can move it around. Super easy to use for an ad. What we want to do is we want to create a winning ad, right? So obviously these images here have proven to work to some degree. I mean, these are really cool, like the vegan formula for all skin types, cruelty free, really cool what they got going on here. So obviously you want to make this match the theme of your website as well as your product so that it all looks cohesive. So for example, if you notice, there is a blue part of our thumbnail and it's the same blue on our website, same blue on our Instagram. It's kind of creating just like a cohesive thing, similar to big brands like Geico. You know, you're not gonna see the lizard in purple or whatever, like it has one color. So I definitely recommend you guys to keep a congruent color theme for your business. And then the next thing I want to do here is add some sort of video elements to change this photo into a video. So what I want to do is for example, add like a shine or something like that. So something like this. As you notice, this is moving, so it's technically a video format and we can actually utilize that to our benefit. So let's get rid of these two here. And there you go. That's your first version of the ad. And I really like this one, but I think it's too big. So we can kind of like make it smaller, add it here in the corner. So no matter what you do now, obviously this is not something that I consider like super wow. Obviously if you want to really like dig deep and kind of make it amazing, I would look into more things. But right now, this photo is instantly a video. As you can see here, like it's a video. You see what I'm saying? Because this is a moving object. So what that means now is that instead of this being an image, just adding that one element made it a photo that is a video format. So now, instead of just being an image and it being able to record likes, comments, shares, now you're actually able to record video view percentage and retarget people who looked at this image longer because they might be interested in maybe the serum or whatever. So the next thing we can do is actually click on resize, or if you don't have the pro version, you can actually go ahead, go back to home and then swap this for the story version, and then we can click copy and resize, and then we're gonna go ahead and create a story ad now. All right guys, now that the story format has loaded, we're gonna go ahead and create a story post. Obviously, we can have a bunch of templates here, obviously as we used before. For example, I think this one looks really cool, but obviously we wanna kind of make it a little more lively, if you will. Now, like these color choices are not my favorite, but we can actually use maybe something else. Maybe if we're using kind of like a very digital style product, we can kind of use something like this or use something like this. Again, for example, you see this new arrival thing here, you can actually have this be a video that moves around. So let's say you put the website down here, you put the badge of the discount down here. Let's go to the elements and say, for example, new arrival, and see what comes out. For example, there you go. Now this is instantly a video, and we kind of like get rid of the new arrival and obviously match the color theme to whatever is going on. Obviously there's so many different options here that you can go ahead and utilize, and obviously be able to kind of turn that story into, like, let's say a video ad. We can even go ahead and change the background color. I think this one is very classy. We can obviously utilize it, change the image to whatever image your product is. And then let's just change this, for example, to discount. Let's try to find something that's moving. And there you go. If you click on graphics, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff like this. So we can even utilize something, for example, like an arrow and kind of like point at the product or something like this. You know, just adding a little bit of life to the image. And even if you took this image with your phone, let's say, adding like these types of moving elements will add a lot of life to your photo. And obviously the next option would be for you to actually go ahead and create like a trending TikTok style video and kind of utilize that as a story / video / feed ad. That's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you liked finding the little Amazon thing on Canva. If you've used Canva before, a lot of people don't know about this part. And if you haven't, I hope that you learned a lot of cool things in this video. How to turn images into videos, how to run videos as ads, and why video is more powerful, but why it's still important to have images, and then kind of use the thing we talked about in point 1 of the 3 key metrics to kind of let the audience decide which one of your ads was the best. Your job is fulfilled once you've done multiple versions of ads and you keep testing new versions of ads. Like, comment, and subscribe for more content related to business growth and Facebook advertising, and I'll see you guys on the next one.